Them ants. So episode 81 of Hunter x Hunter. First of all, I want to jump into the battle that went down with Gon and Killua and that crazy rabid-looking ant. Yo, when they went in, first of all, the animation was so gorgeous for this battle. It was so gorgeous between just the art style, the coloring, the paint, put that aside, but just the movements just looked freaking awesome. It was just like, for a mini battle, it looked flawless, and I loved it. So that battle just alone was one of the highlights of this episode, and they just went in. Now, I wish we would have got to see them finish one off or something so we could see, because judging from the way that the battle ended, like, the ant still had a lot of fight left in him, even after they hit him with a couple of big attacks. Gon hit him with rock, Killua hit him with the lightning. So, they hit him with a couple of big attacks, but he was still ready to go. But at the same time, he was damaged. So that kind of makes you want to put into perspective, what is their power, their strength level against these ants? Because that was like a foot soldier. That wasn't like, a major top dog of the, chain or whatever. He was like one of the, I guess, squad leader or something like that. Or I don't remember if he was a squad leader or part of a squad, but they did him in, and he still had a little bit of fight left in him. So they were probably, I think if that fight would have kept going, they would have probably took him out, because they were putting him on the ropes, and even afterward, he was in so much pain. He was like having blood, and so he was in pain. I think they definitely would have took him out, but the amount of fight they would have had to have done to take him out seems a bit like, okay, I don't think like the top dogs of the chain, like let's just say 3 of the ant leaders came in and had a fight Gon and Killua. I don't think that Gon and Killua would be able to survive at the moment. And then when Kite said you guys just need a little bit more experience, that kind of confirmed it. That like if they wanted to surround Kite, Gon, and Killua, which it seems as though it was foreshadowing, I don't know, when Kite said something like, if you guys see me in trouble, you guys better go, or vice versa, whatever, you gotta survive at the end of the day. And all it would take is for them to gang up on them, and it would be a wrap, because that one guy, while he was, Kite was definitely out of his league. Like, Kite would have probably annihilated him. Kite just wanted to sit back. But Gon and Killua aren't really up to that level where they can, like, just take out ants like nothing. So it's kind of really put into perspective that they would be, if, outnumbered, they would be eaten and done for. Definitely, I gotta say that. I think that they would be outnumbered, they're done for. So that kind of made me think a little bit like, this is a real big threat. This is a real big threat for Gon and Killua and Kite. Because, while Kite could have probably took him out, what about if there was like 10 of these guys? Yeah. Now, as far as the whole thing, the first half of the episode did feel a little bit slow-paced. It was mostly just the ants learning about Nen, learning about these special humans, so to speak. And their knowledge is what's really helping them, because the more that the ants learn, the smarter they get, the better they can defend themselves, the better that they can battle, and they just keep on learning and learning. That was a bit slow-paced, though, at the beginning. It kind of felt like, the explanation kept going and going and going. So that was a little bit of a downfall of the episode. But it was necessary, because it just keeps on showing how much the ants are progressing knowledge-wise, battle-wise, strategy-wise. But at the same time, this episode displayed that they are having internal conflicts, and it's going to keep on growing, because while certain ants have certain motives, like the main leader guy that we constantly see almost in every episode, that he wants to protect the queen, everything is about the queen, he just it's all about the queen for him. But there's some that they're like, well, yeah, we'll feed the queen, but we want to have our fun. And that's a lot of them. They want to just have their fun, kill people, not give a shit about, as long as we meet our quota, leave us alone. So the internal conflict, I feel as though that's going to definitely come to a climax at some given point, and shit's going to go down amongst the ants. And I can't freaking wait to see that, because I definitely foresee like them saying, you know what? We tired of doing this shit. We don't care no more. We just want to kill. So we're going to kill you and then go on about our business. I can definitely see something like that, and I can't wait to see that. And overall episode is just like, Kite is once again, warning them, and all of these Kite warnings, I feel as though something's going to happen to possibly Gon and Killua, because it's just like, he keeps on, shit's going to go down, get ready, shit's going to go down, get ready. And, as it keeps on progressing, it's like, I'm also glad, though, that we got confirmation, which I kind of assumed so. It seems as though definitely Kite is on a whole other level than Gon and Killua, which he should be, because, he was with Jean, he's been around for a lot longer than them, so it definitely was displayed that, Kite Kite is on another level right now, and I hope that going to Killua throughout this arc can definitely, I don't want to say maybe reach that level, but get closer towards that level, because, like, you know, Kite was, like, moving around to the point where the ant couldn't even really keep up with him, and they didn't even start the battle. Meanwhile, going to Killua, they were having to, you know, put in work. So I would love to see them get to Kite's level at some given point and possibly be able to take on some of the real big threats of this arc. Overall episode, even with the slow pacing in the beginning, I think that the animation, the fluidity of the fight, and then the ending, you know, between the screaming and, you know, the ants kind of just like saying, trying to deliberate politically, like, what should we do? I would still just give this episode a 4 out of 5. It did a lot as far as, you know, it showed the first impression, so to speak, for going to Killua of the ants. It showed that there is ants. In fact, you know, we're dealing with something real here. And it also just showed, once again, that the ants are getting a lot stronger, a lot wiser, and also they're even dealing politically. So they're going to be a big threat. I hope we get to see a little bit more, though, of maybe, I don't know, what would it be? But as far as the, I guess they're called the NGL. I keep on messing that up. Sorry, I'm like dyslexic when it comes to that word. The NGL or whatever. I would like to see a little bit more of them, because it feels as though, it just feels so like we heard about them so much, and we heard about them again, and we see the guns everywhere and their base and everything. I would just like to see a little bit more about them. Maybe have them somehow, even though all of them are pretty much eradicated, have more of an impact to this arc, because it felt as though they were giving a little bit of a sidestep, a little bit of a side story to the arc, and then now they were just wiped out. So I don't know in what way. Maybe there was an extra leader or something, or members that haven't been wiped out yet. I would like to see them play a little bit more of a big role in this arc. But again, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for the craziness that is going down. That yell, that freaking yell when he was getting dragged away was psychotic, crazy, and I loved it. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.